Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here of Watching Walford. Bring you the Watching Walford podcast. It's episode 93, and today's episode is going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 35 of 2024, or the episodes from the 7th of October all the way to the 10th. So, yeah, that's all of them. All the main storylines are going to be Tommy attacks Kat again. Denise kisses Jack, but is still keeping secrets. And finally, David Wicks' return.
Fucking short stink Clenshaw's back again.
He's back. One more week.
Oh, Chris, you're going to give me a long contract. Sorry, the BBC.
It's been 1 week since you returned to me. Yeah, like I said, I've dubbed him Short Stink Clenshaw because Lucas was like a week. Fucking David is a week. Ryan Malloy, 1 week. Like,
Frissy.
there's been so many.
Frissy was 1 week.
Yeah, there's been so many 1 week returns, which does kind of suck in a way. But I think it leaves you wanting more, I guess, is the angle, right? You watch it and you're like, man, it would be cool if David could come back. So if he does ever actually come back full time, then it's like, oh shit, we're back.
Sorry,
it's amending bridges.
Sorry, I was just thinking. So when you sung Bare Naked Ladies like 1 week,
Chicken of China, the Chinese chicken.
I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we changed the lyrics and in December we record 2 songs and release the 1 week parody, like the week he leaves? Just like, it's been 1 week since you returned to the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, we do it. Sorry, that would be funny. Just here you go, Chris Clencher, Short Stink Clencher.
Short Stink Clencher, he's the man. With the 1 week returns, he's got the plan.
Walking down the street with his swagger so bold. He's the man with the bollocks.
But yeah, so this is the podcast. Bit of dead air there. Don't fucking mind me. Yeah, it's been a good week of EastEnders. It's been a good week in general. We do have a lot to get through, so I don't know. Are we going to use all of the half an hour this time? Are we going to extend it all? Yes, we can give it a try. But I don't know. There's a lot of shit to be done today, and I don't want to fucking spend 7 hours. But we'll see. Those are the main topics, all of which we'll be talking about. Only 3 topics this time, as it is purely about David Wicks and his return, let's be honest. And what a return it was. But before we get into that, how are you doing, mate? How's your week been?
My week's been good, thank you for asking. I've been doing all right. I'll have you know, mate. I've been doing good. Just regular shit, I've been doing all right. Nothing much happening, nothing much changing. Just relaxing.
You've been editing, though.
I've been editing the Christmas 2013. I sent Ash the first draft. The video glitches a little bit, but that's because I'm still new to fucking syncing everything up. So I guess, I guess you guys can give me a little pass. But that's what I've been doing. I have to edit some more clips. I have to shorten some clips down because there's like some clips where I don't want to like just have the photo. Just like the one with the turkey with Ash where fucking Bianca throws the turkey. I want to have that in. I want to have the food fight scene in. But do I sacrifice 30 seconds and possibly a copyright strike, which is not bad as a copyright takedown.
Well, it's only a claim, right? The claim is the major bit. That's the one you don't want.
Yeah. But I've been editing slowly. I'm not rushing. I'll try and get as many done as possible to help Ash with the load. Ash can obviously, if he sees something he wants to clean up, I'm not gonna stop him. He can fucking clean it up. I have no problem. My one thing that I've been working. The one thing I've been enjoying though is just relaxing and maxing out, acting all cool outside the pool, shooting some b-ball outside the school. Well,
Yep. Classic Fresh Prince. Not sure why.
Also, what I found is You know the song Rainbow Connection, like that Kermit sings in one of the Muppet movies?
No.
Someone AI Kermit, and it's by that guy, there I ruined it. And he puts fucking gin and juice, like he has Kermit sing gin and juice, the Rainbow Connection. So it's just this very style, acoustic, like on a, what the fuck are they called, the banjo, and it's just like, my money on my mind. And
I
it's
mean, the
just,
closest I have to that. No, I know you finish up, and I'll
no,
do
you
my
go
little
ahead.
dumb animal.
Yeah.
The closest I have to that is fucking. Because the girl I'm talking to made me download TikTok. She could send me like some fucking K-pop memes. One of those women. And she fucking. But because I've now kind of been the first week I was browsing TikTok like a motherfucker. I was on that like an hour like before bed and an hour after woke up. Stop doing that now. But fucking somehow I'm on like animals singing TikTok. Like there's two memes that buckle me. There's one with a deer, the one with a deer that like me, you know. And I don't really like it that much. But they did one to like the let me turn the lights down low. You know, the fucking country song. Burn it down real slow. That fucking maybe lock the door and turn the lights down. Fucking great. That one buckled me. But now there's also like cat covers where it's a very formulaic, and it's like wait for it, and then you scroll, and then like you just see the cat stood up on 2 feet, like with a pink microphone in its face, and it's like meow 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 meow. You know, fucking what was I made for? It's all of it, and it's not even funny. It's not funny, but I have seen about 50 of those fucking memes. And after about 50 of them, I'm just like, this is great, love it. But like, it ground me down. And some would say that is the TikTok experience.
I fucking, my favourite one is, I obviously seen the deer one, where like they're moving its mouth, but I've seen it higher by Creed. So it's just, can
Will you
take
take me higher? Don't want you.
blind man can say, can you take me higher?
But yeah, it's
Creed.
the really enjoyable fucking. Maybe turn the lights down low. Fucking that's what sent it for me.
I've also seen like if this band cover this song, not buckled me, but I haven't listened to the full version. But it buckled me is that if Deftones did the Drake and Josh theme, and it fucking buckled me. He's trying to be emo, so it's like I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way. I found a way off.
If you'll open up your eyes. Second way, say, it's gonna take some time to realize. It's like, take my shoulder, I don't wanna dip you up or you down. I just turn around. Fucking.
Obviously, the one that always buckles me is obviously someone put that over bodies, like the Drake and Josh theme over bodies.
Yes,
Just like
and it actually works.
one, something's got. It's like one. I never thought it'd be this way. Two.
Yeah, it is. It is very good. I will admit.
But yeah, I've just been going through that.
I don't like a lot of the fucking. I don't really enjoy a lot of the covers. Like I don't really like a lot of the AI covers or even the mashups. It does kind of it fluctuates a lot, but
yeah,
it's good fun.
the other one that
Sometimes.
I like is obviously Wallace singing "My Way" by Frank Sinatra. For some reason, it's just because I'm just imagining.
Inspired by Limp Bizkit, of course.
Yeah, inspired by Limp Bizkit, you know.
Reference humor's funny, isn't it? Isn't it really funny?
How have you been? How have you been?
Yeah, it's been alright.
I was terrified.
Been a bit of a lazy week. Because I wasn't planning on this week being a lazy week. So obviously last week was a birthday, so this week was like, all right, time to get back to normal. But Hollyoaks killed off one of my favourite characters, and I've not been able to look at it the same. Like, I'm spewing. So in Hollyoaks' is a character called Ethan, and he made it past the time jump, and it's like, oh, maybe you staying. And they made an article months ago, like, he will not be killed off. He will not be killed off. It's fine. He's not getting killed off, guys. He's still leaving. It's still sad, but he's not getting killed off. And I was like, okay, this is fine. The article wouldn't lie to me. They wouldn't change their plans. So he makes a time jump, gets engaged to the woman of his dreams. A great chemistry, a great relationship. But they also make some weird changes to the character. They start to make him do out of character things. He has an affair with someone, which he wouldn't do. Not my boy. He wouldn't do that in normal circumstances. And in Monday's episode, they get married, but then he gets fucking killed off. And now his legacy is a whodunit, which I was fucking fuming.
Are you like the bottom stands for? Where's my bottom?
Oh no! Like some people are like, you're killing off one of the best characters they've ever introduced. Like, ever introduced is a bit much, but he is one of the best characters to introduce in the last decade. But like, best of all time, I don't know about that. It's a bit recency bias. I do love him, and then he also did an interview like, I would have stayed forever, and it's like, no, Ethan. But so then, like, I didn't fucking script because I was fuming. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not fucking writing this fucking video, you bastards. And so I wrote a bit, and then I just got really upset, and I've not touched. I did the reactions, of course, but that was mostly just because I went, there won't be a video coming out on Wednesday, so I got to do the reactions. But I was just angry. And I've also been like balls deep in Grey's Anatomy. And so watching anything that's not Grey's Anatomy feels wrong currently. I am on I think I'm like season 3, I'm like episode 10. So I'm getting through it. And it reminds me, it's one of those things that I do really love to do. I do really love to. I like watching shows that other people have watched, but obviously as I watch it, other people know what happens like much more. So like they get to see my first reactions, my like genuine first reactions to it, whilst they kind of have to figure out a way to talk about it without spoiling it, and it kind of adds like an extra little cool difference to it. And I enjoy that. It's been good fun. Grey's has been a very fun. I've also been playing a game called Trading Card Games Shop, where you have you build a trading card game shop. There's a Pokemon mod for it, and I've been getting all these Pokemon cards. I put a lot of hours into it. It's been really good fun. But yeah, fuck Hollyoaks. Nah, the Hollyoaks will continue. I just need. It has changed my perspective, though, just to wrap around to that. Like, as I was like, oh, it's not that bad, you know, the exits, they're not good, but they're fine. It's in a shit situation. This one, I'm like, fuck you, Hollyoaks. Strike number 1, bitch. But finally wrap this around. I did watch Terrifier 3 in cinema. 2 days early. It's not officially out till tomorrow in the Odeon Scream Unseen. And fuck me, I love the Terrifier films. I don't have the Terrifier shirt on, but I do have a fucking Michael Myers shirt on. It was a very cool film to see in cinema. The budget was clearly much more increased. And Terrifier's thing is, Terrifier as a series, its main hallmarks are Art the Clown, who is the big villain, is he doesn't speak. Right, like most slasher villains, he doesn't speak, but he kind of mimes a lot of shit. Like he has very over-exaggerated reactions, but it's all like it all makes sense. But it's really funny, and it offsets a lot of the really disgusting gore because like he's like laughing at people, and you're like fucking. It's mental. It's wild. If you haven't seen Terrifier, watch them all immediately. Stop this video. Watch them all. And 3 is a very nice build. I don't think it's as good as 2 necessarily, but it's it builds a lot of the way to 4. It builds a lot to 4, but it was genuinely pretty intense. It was they changed the way you feel because in 2 you laugh and you're like, oh, this is funny because it's funny, but in this you laugh and you're like, oh god, this is still fucking grim though. Jesus Christ. And I've watched a lot of gory horror shit. I was looking away at some points in Terrifier 3. I've seen a lot of shit. I love gore. I love practical effects. Even I was like, fucking hell, guys, Jesus Christ.
Like the what I always reference is obviously you would much rather watch this in the Serbian film.
Yes, this was much better than the Serbian film.
Although I feel like
again.
I thought the PC was crashing. I was like, "The fuck." Even though I'd much rather fucking watch like the Serbian film. Like if someone ever like recommends to me.
No, you wouldn't.
No. Not if they recommend it to me. If I have to recommend anyone to watch that film, I'll just be like, yeah, watch it. It's a great horror film. Yeah, great.
You're a terrible human being.
I am.
But yeah, like it built up more. It delivered everything. If Terrifier 2's an 8, I'd give Terrifier 3 like a solid 7. It built on everything quite well. There were some odd like choices. The pacing was a bit strange at times, but every kill was ridiculously graphic, like horrendously graphic, and is also a Christmas slasher in its own way, which it's an underrated subgenre. Like some of the best. Nice some callbacks as well. There's a Tom Savini cameo. If you don't know who Tom Savini is, he's essentially like he is the godfather of practical effects. You know, most of the more famous like movies, like worked on fucking. Let's just pull up the massive laundry list that Tom Savini has worked on. He did the first Friday the 13th. Worked on Dawn of the Dead. Worked a lot with George Romero. Did Maniac. Also just a prolific director as well. Fucking wild shit. And it was very fun to see him make a cameo in Terrify. But yeah. Terrify 3 was really good. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you haven't seen any of them, fucking hell, you're in. Uh-oh.
I'm here. It just
sound fucking out. I was like, the PC's gone. The PC's gone. And finally, the one thing that was very cool, people walked out, man. People saw some of the kills and they went, nah, I can't deal with this. Even I was struggling, but like imagine, because it's Scream Unseen, so you don't know what the movie is. They do hints, of course, so everything told us it was going to be Terrifier by the hints. But fuck me, it's just so cool to see. Like, it's like how the marketing of Terrifier 2 was like, oh, people threw up in the fucking film because it's that graphic. But to see people actively walk out, and it's just like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I've never seen anybody walk out of a fucking film like that before, and it's very exciting. But that's also the cinema trip's done for a while. I'm gonna go see Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like last Monday of October, I think. And then I'm gonna go and see Saw the week after. So
on the 4th.
Yeah.
You have a bit of a problem there, mate.
Why is that?
I'm coming over on the 4th.
Oh. Ah, well. See ya.
Yeah, it's
Have
fine.
a sleep, mate.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Forgot about that.
It's fine. I'll come over and I'll just sleep. It's fine. It's fine. I feel bad now because she's like, I'm gonna see Sean, and I'm like, you do know I'm coming over on the 4th. Ah, well, bloody hell.
I mean, that wasn't even the other plan. The other plan was to do was to see it with someone else. So that's fine. I would have done it anyways. Sorry, mate. Yeah. No, yeah, solid. But it's a all around pretty decent week. Good crop of shit. Seeing a lot of good stuff. Doing a lot of good things. Enjoying myself. Did I actually do a birthday review? I don't think I did.
No.
Let me pull up. Let me pull up a fucking picture here. If I pull up a picture of me on my birthday, and you can show it on the fucking screen.
Oh, is this the one with Arthur Clown?
Exactly. It was a good birthday. Nice little Saturday. We had the family came round. Had a bunch of nice goodies and shit, and just generally, it was a nice little birthday. I've had a pretty rough string of birthdays, but we are currently a solid 2 in a row because it was pretty good. So brother True Art the Clown. It's also a very focused one. I've been very Terrifier centric this last period of time, so it was quite easy. But no, it was really fun. And I had a really good birthday. Tried to order a KFC, didn't fucking get here, the bastards.
There you go, lads.
And
just leave that off for a few more
that picture
seconds.
on screen, lovely.
I'll have it up for like a minute.
Yep, sound. But yeah, ordered a KFC. KFC never got here, unfortunately. Wanted a red velvet cake. My sister's ill, so she wasn't able to make one. So that Saturday night, I was spewing. I don't get a fucking cake or a KFC. Fuck this. But no, it was a fun birthday. It was a very enjoyable birthday, and we're currently 2 in a row for good ones, as opposed to a mountain of shit ones. But it's nice to have the effort made for me. And it's nice to make the effort. So, yeah. Fucking pimp chimping.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm out of sauce, mate. Yeah, you got much else interesting you want to talk about?
No, I've just I've got my flight tickets booked.
Yeah.
For next month. I didn't book the seats yet. I wait until next week to book the seats. I was originally gonna pay some of the customs off that I got. But bloody hell, you won't believe what got announced and what is coming out next week. Bloody hell, and Nigel McGuinness and Jerry Lynn too back. Fucking, why'd you do this to me, Jasmine? Why'd you do this to me? Nigel McGuinness is one of the greatest British wrestlers who ever lived. I want to say he's up there. Like, he's just... Basically, if you guys are familiar with Kurt Angle, it's Magic Kurt Angle, but British. Basically that. Or William Regal, I guess. So yeah, I've just been doing that. I've been preparing for the Rumble, Rumble review. What I want to say, and thank, because it will be when that Rumble review comes out on One More Match, which no one's gonna watch. It will be a year. It will be a year of One More Match. It'll be technically nearly 2 years of Pigs and Fargs, but it'll be a year of One More Match, and that's gonna be special because we don't swear that often here. Fuck. If you want to hear us drop the C word on that channel, be my guest. As we drop it.
Yeah, I'm a lot more unhinged.
Plus Ash, for some reason, is in my role and I'm in Ash's role.
Yeah.
So it's very funny because Ash would make like the crude jokes. But Ash, dare you make those jokes? I am horrified. And then on this channel,
he's just having a dox him a full name.
Yeah. Do I need to censor that?
I don't know. Make a timestamp probably. Don't want people to find my family.
25 minutes in. Fucking make that time.
But yeah. We got 5 minutes left. So we're still streaming on Twitch. That's still a thing we've been doing. Kind of one of those things where I'm sure in the long run, when we actually get more popular on YouTube and whatnot, it'll be a good thing to have been doing. But it's still in the very early stages, so we have nobody, which is fine. It's to be expected. We are streaming and fucking just chatting, you know. Like we are streaming in a very bloated category. So the only people that hang out with us are the Twitch bots that tell us that we can get free viewers for free. But yeah, wouldn't change it. I do like how it adds the live aspect to it, even if we don't necessarily. Even if we don't necessarily have a chat to interact with, it is still fun. I do wonder what we'll do once we finish watching the Christmases, though. We'll have to find a second thing to do. What do you reckon we do once we finish doing the Christmases?
Hell, guys, we're gonna fucking force you to watch ECW and NXT. Have that, you bastards.
But I'm sure we'll find out some. We'll find some more prep to do for a video. I'm sure. I'm sure.
But yeah, I think it's time we start with the short stink intro and we get into this.
All right, let's talk about the EastEnders. Everybody's least favorite line that I say on a regular basis. The storylines we're going to be focusing on this week are Tommy attacks Kat again, Denise kisses Jack, and David Wicks return. Now, this week was very David Wicks centric. It was very David Wicks focused, and that's to be expected as once again, short stint Clenshaw comes uncorked. 1 week of David Wicks, and I'll get into it more later, but what is his focus? It's Cindy. Cindy is the main focus, which some people may not like because they want David and Carol to be they want David and Carol to be endgame, but David hasn't seen Cindy for around, 30 years?
28 years, I think that's what he said.
28 years.
Which doesn't make sense, because it wasn't the last time he seen her in 1999.
I don't know, man. You know me, I'm bad with dates at this point.
Yeah, but if it was 1999, that's not 28 years, that's 25.
I mean, did she not leave in... I don't fucking know. I don't know, man.
I don't know when Cindy's original exit is.
Cindy's exit's 98.
98, oh yeah, so then it's 26 years.
Yeah, there we are. We've already been corrected in the comment section.
Actually? Yeah, I know, Cameron.
But, yes. We'll talk about that later on. Tommy continues to abuse Kat. It's back. Everybody's like, where's this bloody storyline gone? It's just not happening immediately. Because you want to show it happen over time as opposed to just 1 week of Tommy just being a prick. But also, I don't want why I'm using this section as well, because someone was lamenting that Phil Mitchell's loneliness storyline wasn't continued. And it's like, it wasn't a storyline, it was one scene. It was a one scene where Phil realised he was being a prick. And he's ruining his life by shutting people out. So he had a little cry in his chair. And that's it. Alright, so Tommy attacks Kat. Tommy's angry when he learns that Alfie's in Birmingham for a couple of weeks, which means he's back to being angry at Kat. He stays in the cafe and notices that the till is open and wants to... He wants to have a little bit of a rob. He wants to have a rob. But Kathy catches him in the act. Kathy explains that Tommy was having a rob, but tries to explain his actions. He is once again confrontational with Kat and brags that he will go to Denzel's party, and she loses it. And, well, he says this weird thing where, it's a trade. There's winners and losers in a trade, and I'm the winner and you're the fucking loser. It's a weird fucking line of thinking.
It's a fucking Nicotado avocado fucking thing. He's saying that I'm 2 steps ahead. I'm always 2 steps ahead. Punches her like fucking Jesus.
Not just yet.
Not yet. No.
Jay gets a video message at Lola recorded for when he hit 30. Fucking, like I said, I think it is the balance answer. Like, fucking hate Lola, she's shit. Guys, she's dead. Stop. Why are you still? She only appeared for about 5 seconds, saying, "Bloody hell, you're old now, Jay. You're an old man now."
You reckon she just won for
Abysmal show, abysmal. Hate Lola. Bring back Ben. Bring back Ben. Fuck off. Grow up.
Do you reckon it only turns 50? Will they still wheel Lola out and be like, okay, come on, come on? Wow, you're the big 5-0. You're big.
But I guarantee people would be complaining had they recorded the messages and not shown any of them.
Yeah.
Oh wow, she recorded those messages, didn't show them. Fucking short-sighted clencher. Writers, fucking think of some of the original writers. Like, oh guys, please, you're making it miserable. All right, that's my complaining about people complaining. I've not actually seen a lot of people complaining about EastEnders this week. It's all been about Hollyoaks. Tommy snarks back at Kat, and Phil notices, and Phil's just like, "Are you gonna let him talk to you like that?" That's not a good Phil impression. I've done better. When Kat tries to discipline Tommy, he argues that he was doing it for her. He goes to walk out, but she holds the door and he punches Kat right in the nose. He apologizes and doesn't want it to go any further, but is allowed to go to Denzel's party anyway. So, that's unhinged. So, Tommy has attacked Kat once again. Last time... What happened last time?
He punched her
Didn't he push her? Oh, he punched her in the stomach, yeah.
But then he cried while my mom's abusing me.
Oh, yes. I do think his, like, winner and loser, like, trade thing, I do think that's going to be his like, method of believing that he's not being as, like, abusive. Because most people who do that will take, like, a gaslighting angle to be like, oh, I'm not being, I didn't mean to. You forced me. And it's like, fucking hell.
Do you know what you might want to fix your camera. You're shining a bit bright there. But do you know
it'll fix itself.
Do you know what I really want him? I know they won't do it because he's a controversial figure. But please, just get an equivalent, and I'll be happy. Have him like headphones in, like, Jesus, you know how you should treat women. How Andrew Tate fucking punched them, make them respect you that way. I want him to think he's a Sigma Alpha male with the Riz. Like, please. I want him to listen.
That's an interesting way to say incel.
Like, after him, imagine just him, obviously I know you can't get Andrew Tate because he is controversial, he is sex trafficking.
He's also a criminal.
He is also a criminal. But again, they had Leslie Grantham on the show, who was also a murderer, so anything's possible. But get an equivalent, please. I just need it. Just hugging into my face.
But we already had that with Denzel, didn't we?
Yeah, no, he sort of just listened to the beta males. I want Tommy to like full on go into it, where he is listening to like all these podcasts, believing that the way to respect women is to treat them like they're below you. You fucking punch them, you slag them off. I don't really know what else a 15-year-old can do, or like to the extent. But yeah, I'd love it. It wouldn't be fun. But also,
I wouldn't.
Also, I don't know why, but aren't the kids 10? Why do they still need people looking after them?
Continuing to abuse Kat. I do think this one's being handled better than when they tried to do this with Denny and Sharon, where one time Denny just smacked Sharon in the face and it didn't really go any further. This one's been done a lot more seriously. It's a good storyline to have. It's a good one to explore. And I think that they have done it quite well so far. It has been very stop-start, but as is the kind of case with this era of the show, it has been very stop-start. You don't want to spaff your load too early. You know what I'm saying? You want it to feel real. And It would be if Tommy suddenly started acting up for like a week, but this is obviously showing that it's over a longer period of time, which would like it adds to how much like darker it is, because now it's been like a month at least or two, and he's still been horrific to Kat. So kind of showing how like deep it goes, rather than all doing it too early and then it being like, oh, it's fine, Tommy, don't worry. So like the longer term story about it probably makes it worse in a sense, like worse for the characters, but it also makes it better to just show how kind of far it can go. But yeah, that's that. Let's get to Denise kissing Jack. Denise has returned a bit early from her trip to see Libby in Oxford. She admits she's back because of the news about Clayton. She notices the Bible in the bin, and they worry that Yolande's crisis of faith is genuine. Patrick thinks that perhaps Denise's experience with Lucas may help. Yolande feels that if she isn't living the truth, then she is living a lie, and this spurs on Denise to confess that she hasn't entirely been truthful either. Yolande expresses that she didn't trust her gut initially for Clayton, and look where that got her. This, not for the six, but this is more akin for her being like, Chelsea, you should fucking tell someone that you did the crush. Nah. Fucking, I don't know why I'm saying this now, but it's just spurred in my brain. You know how Zach's been saying how he's gonna have a really big storyline in the next year?
Yeah.
Well, what if for some reason it was Nancy and Zach's baby that dies?
No.
I don't know. Just a little. Probably stupid. But, you know. Anyway, back to this, though. Denise calls Chelsea and insists they need to tell the truth about the crush, and he needs to talk to Jack about Chelsea, but his put off on Amy reappears. Benny wants to come over and try to comfort Amy, and Jack reluctantly agrees. Her and Amy are having a good, fun time together, joking around and kind of making light of being in a wheelchair, and she gets upset when Jack essentially goes, yeah, at least you aren't stuck in a wheelchair for life. And, like, Penny's fucking sat there like, fucking, what the fuck, man? I'm in a wheelchair because of you. It's your fault I'm stuck in this thing for fucking life. Are you fucking kidding me? It's, and she rightfully gets fucking upset about it. I'm sure the rate just goes, nah, fuck that bitch. Hate Penny. But yeah, it turns out she's unemployed, nobody's hiring her, and she's fed up with Jack treating her like shit. Because he is treating her like shit. You can understand why he would be, because of the information that he believes is true, that being her causing the crush. But still, her relationship with Jack is not really... It doesn't seem like it's ever been particularly good, from what we can tell. And in interviews, they say that it's going to be explored quite heavily. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Denise tries to get Jack to see sense, and she tries to support him with it. She convinces him to try and make it up to Penny. They have a slightly intimate moment. They all celebrate Denzel's party in Walford East, and it's time for Jack and Penny to make up. He apologizes for being a bad dad, and he wants to start rebuilding their relationship and starting to communicate. They both agree and share a little hug, and it's, you know, I'm just waiting until when Jack fucking just does something stupid again and just calls her, like, bloody, at least, Penny, at least you're not fucking disabled. Or Amy, rather. At least you're not disabled for life, you fucking loser. Imagine doing that. Could never do that. As, like, Penny's, like, fucking sat there like, you fucking kidding me, Jack? You fucking kidding me? Just says something really, like, worse than what he's already said. And then it's like, don't worry, I'll make it up to you. Here's a takeaway. Which they actually addressed. They addressed it on screen. They addressed that Jack always gets takeaways. It's our crowning moment of the Chris Crenshaw era. Jack thanks Denise with a drink and wants to show his gratitude. He is drunk and starts making moves on her. She wonders why he couldn't say it when they were together. They kiss, and he claims he'd do anything for her, and she finally gives in to their passion. They have a big old snog. And they're making things up. But unfortunately, Denise was here to tell Jack about Chelsea's part in the crush, and she still didn't do it. So it's this is really sweet, and it's like, yeah, well, how is Jack gonna feel when she reveals that he's been hating Penny for no fucking reason? He's been fucking despising Penny for no reason. But yeah, are you excited for the Penny and Jack for the Jack and Denise reunion?
No. Why?
No, me neither.
Well, why are we going back?
I don't know.
Chris Crenshaw bringing it back to the old days.
Bringing it back to the good old days, 2020. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Love it. Let's go. Dak. I don't think anybody likes him enough to have a ship name. I'll be real with you.
Janice. There you go. Janice.
Janice.
Janice. Woo.
Janice,
can't you see that I was right?
But yeah, there we are. That's all that stuff. I don't give a fuck about the reunion. I really don't. It's interesting that it's happened. Yeah, I don't care. I don't really care. I don't think that it's just not a good thing. Yeah, just shit. Nobody wants Jack and Denise back at all. David Wicks dumps clarity all over Cindy Beale.
Ooh.
David catches Bianca at proverbial rock bottom and says he's in town for a bit. Junior tries to plan a bunk up with Cindy, but she sees David and it's like she's seen a ghost. David says he's here to try and help, and after a call from Ricky, he appears. I'm all here for the Bianca support cycle. Bring back Ricky as well. Go on, bring him back. She calls Kat out just as she arrives. Cindy is hiding out next to the pub, terrified of seeing David again. Kat says to David that Bianca has to be reined in and warns her that she's down a bad path. Okay, we did that video where we said we don't really think they're treating Bianca like she's fucking delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out that video is wrong, and they fucking are, and it is a bit much. Yes, Bianca's in a bad way, but she is right. Like, she is fucking right. But obviously it's frustrating because nobody believes her. But fuck me, they are treating her like she is on the way out. But yeah, I can understand why people were a bit upset with this. When speaking to George, she explains that she was going to run away with David. When she hired a hitman, he helped her escape to France, and she likes to believe that it's ancient history and that they're in the past. Cindy claims if there's anything there, she wouldn't act on it anyways. That's a first for Cindy. She actively decides to not listen to that option every other time. George advises her to face up to it and confront this demon. Bianca's upset with David being an absent father for years and not helping when she's been struggling through everything. And this while Peter and Lauren reel from Ian explaining they mentioned getting married. Ian believes it's not all on, and they believe he messed it up by not being romantic and just saying, "Hey, do you ever think about getting married again?" I guess. Not the most romantic in the world either. Do you want to be like asking someone, "Do you want to go on a date to take my dog out for a walk? You can wash his paws off afterwards." Like, great romantic walk. This.
I do like Ian in this era though. Like, I'm still buckled by the cliff of him jumping down the stairs.
Yeah. Just fuck. Ooh.
Who's the man?
I like how he didn't know anybody was there, so he's just doing that. Like, well.
See, I know it was written in the script, but I always like to believe that these little moments that Ian does, it's just Adam Woodyard just having fun, seeing will it get cut out. Like, it's just experimenting. He's like, okay, they're not gonna know this, but I'm gonna jump on the stairs and go, oh, and see what they're gonna do. He's just like, he's giggling when he does it, and they're like, we're leaving this in, Adam. It's like, yeah. Like letting a wet fart off an elevator.
Probably, I definitely not an improv moment. David heads straight to Reese and insists on knowing exactly who he is and what happened. Reese pleads innocence and claims that Bianca is causing him a lot of problems. David calls Reese a sad little loser in a cardigan. He then offers him a deal and tells him to do what he does. Leave. As a result of this conversation, Reese clears off and is taking leave. He mentions Joe Wicks, who, obviously, I think the Joe Wicks, pretty sure Joe Wicks was I'm pretty sure he was schizophrenic. And he was in like the 90s. And a lot of he portrayed schizophrenia. And he is the son of David and who the fuck is Lorraine? David and Lorraine. Yeah, he was there for like a year or so and fucks back off afterwards. Interesting character. And as of we know, they have not had any contact in a long time. Up to this point. Where the fuck am I? But yeah, he mentions Joe Wicks, who had schizophrenia, and compares her to him. As said before, it's getting a little bit frustrating to just be like, yeah, Bianca, you're fucking mentally ill, aren't you? You fucking mentally ill, delusional, fucking mentally, like, fucking hell, guys, you want to back the fuck off? Like, it's a bit much now. Cindy keeps putting Junior off. Ian wants Cindy to be back for dinner as he'll likely propose, and she prepares to be David again. David, who is declining calls from a certain Holly, I said it in quotations, that is actually the name of this person, but I thought it could have been a ruse. But he hears the voice of a ghost. He is shocked to see Cindy Beale talking to him. He is stunned to see her after all this time. Ian conveniently misses the reunion, and he's startled to see that her and Ian are together again. This while Ian apologizes to Anna and tells her he has big plans for him and Cindy. Bianca gives Ian a petition to arrest Reese, and she lets it slip that David's back, who is listening to Cindy's story about how she's back alive again. They reminisce about Lucy, and he says, I'm glad you weren't around back then because it would have ruined you. And Ian catches David with a hand on Cindy's hand, and they try to gloss over and reminisce, but David leaves pretty quickly. David catches up with Kathy, who also died. They laugh at Cindy being back together again. She implies that Cindy has been sleeping around. Cindy explains that Ian...
Sorry, just a guy in here. I do love the fact that David Wicks does what the EastEnders community does all the time. Bloody hell, it's like we're walking dead around here. Yeah, only 2 people are revived. Bloody hell.
Any other ghosts? I'm pretty sure he says, is Pauline Fowler gonna fucking rock up somewhere?
He says, is Auntie Pauline Fowler just gonna walk out of the laundrette? I would have. If Pauline, like, if he didn't die in 06, and I know it wouldn't have worked, but imagine just a weird cutaway, and it's just Pauline walking out of the fucking, like, thing, out of the shot. It would have buckled me. Just, you see her walking out of the shot, out of the laundrette. It's like, oh yeah, she's not alive. No. Pauline, what the fuck are you doing cleaning your knickers here?
Exactly. Good question. Good fucking question. Where the fuck is it? David, Cindy explains that Ian may not be the most romantic in the world, but he may not be the most romantic person in the world, but he doesn't think he is. She claims, who needs butterflies in the stomach at our age? David explains that he may not have been here, but she is his main priority. And this to Bianca. And he claims that he's here for the long haul. Ironic. She lets it slip that Cindy got married and had kids with George. And he's just kind of like, fuck, another one? Fucking hell. David meets Gina, Anna, and Elaine and wonders why she hadn't mentioned her new family. He cheeks, saying it didn't stop you with a wandering eye, and David claims he doesn't want to make the same mistakes, but he believes she won't stray again. They still have caught feelings over him abandoning her all that time ago, George catches them two together, and Gina gets Cindy, who is led out. Like they're in the back room. Gina's like, "Oh yeah, Mum, come quick!" And fucking Ian is on one knee. Peter, Anna, and Gina are holding "Will You Marry Me" as a fucking barbershop quartet is singing. I don't remember what they were singing, but I just imagine it's the enormous penis song. You know, I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away. Oh, that's fucking. Just imagine that. Imagine it. I'd be swooning.
Did you see Ian Beale's bit after he jumps? After she says, I do marry you. I'll cut the camera to me and you. He turns around and he goes, hey! like,
fucking
yeah. Do you know like when you're watching your son play soccer and he fucking scores? He's like the dad.
Why are you saying soccer, you melt?
Football.
Yeah.
It's like when you see your son scoring football and your fucking father's like, that's my son. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
But yeah,
he's won the world title.
It's tremendous because Cindy just kind of looks around. It's like the Britney meme. Where it's like, "Send me, give me more," and she does that like spin, and she's like, and like she's like looking at all of the men that she's been with. Fucking George is there, Dave is there, Junior's like, it's fucking whoa, yeah, happy for you.
Smell my finger,
the angry kid. Yeah, happy for you. Proud. Fucking furious.
Yeah, do you know? You know what it reminds me of? Do you know the James? I don't know if you know the James Franco meme, where it's him in the cafe in Spider-Man 3, and he's fucking like, you know when he's eating. Do you know like when he tells Peter Parker, "Look, I've cheated on. Look, Mary Jane's got a new woman. It's me." And he looks at Peter Parker's at the cafe, and then like Harry Osborn just turns around and goes, that's what it fucking looked like where Ian's just like, who's the fucking man? Who's the fucking man?
But yeah, Ian keeps watching over his shoulder, and David denies another phone call from Holly. He gets a message asking if he's still coming over tonight. David and Bianca discuss her depression, while Cindy and Ian plan to have a no expenses spared engagement party at the Vic. Bianca goes through her recent conquest of men, mentions Martin and mentions Junior, and she starts to consider she may have ADHD. Perhaps it is all her mental health. David claims there's no other woman in his life, as Bianca reckons she is too scared, and he plans to be with her at the appointment. Makes the appointment and then goes, "Yeah, actually won't actually be there, lol. I'll ring you afterwards, though." And he leaves anyways. He gives her a wad of cash, and Bianca cries her out, thinking that he's leaving because of her. He says he's going up north, and he says that he's going to Italy. When he sees Ian and Cindy preparing to have their engagement party, he reckons she has had her head screwed on. She claims she's very happy. He then tells him to have a nice life. Junior keeps trying to make plans with Cindy, but gets pawned off. David wants to buy Junior a drink and have a very standoffish confrontation. It's very like, yeah, let me buy you a drink, and like fucking stops him and just like, let me buy you a fucking drink. He tells Junior to steer clear from Bianca, and he throws it in his face. When he calls Bianca desperate, David twats him one as Cindy and Ian toast their engagement. So I don't know, it's you know, to the happy couple. Fucking hell.
You know,
twats him proper.
I just want to quickly say this. I love when Junior, like, because as you get to in a second, I love when Junior goes outside, he acts like the tough man, going, I would have fucking broke his jaw had my dad not stepped in.
I would have fucked him up, I would have, I swear.
It's like when your dad claims like he would.
I did poo my pants, but I would have smacked him on.
It's like when your dad claims he would have gone pro if he didn't have a gammy knee. Like, I would have fucking done it. I would have done it. If I did.
I had a really promising career in football, but yeah, I just a foot injury and I just never get back to it.
Just had a gammy knee.
It's like, Dad, the last time you kicked the ball, you slipped and fell on it and burst it.
But yeah, it's that kind of thing that fucking people say, I would have fucking battered him. I would have broke his jaw. I would have.
Yeah.
He's just like a teenager crying. Like, leave me alone, Dad. Puts on Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Cocks the shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
Um, Cindy goes to comfort Junior in the alley next to the Vic. David fucking says, "I'm embarrassed with both of you." In the alley, Junior confides in Cindy, explaining he's jealous, she wants more, and they make out. As David leaves the Vic, walks down the pub, and spots Cindy and Junior making out in the alleyway. Naughty, naughty, very naughty. He's very prepared to tell Ian and everyone in front of the pub. David wants to wipe Ian's smug smile off his face, and she tells him she'll admit everything if she just hears him out. They forced Anna and Freddie out of Beale's Eels, which means it could be recorded by the bird-watching recorder. Just keep that in mind. David keeps explaining how rotten it is for Cindy to keep leading him on, but she has got to keep it together. She wonders how many lives he's ruined. She says, "Oh, if a man does it, that being sleeping around, he's a stud. But if a woman does it, she's a slapper." And David goes, "Yeah, but you are a slapper, though."
That's my man. That's my man. That's my fucking man right there, lads.
I mean, look, I'm sex positive. Sleep the you want. The way Cindy does it is callous, though. As we'll later figure out, it's even worse than it seems.
I've no problem if you're in a happy relationship, you want to sleep around, as long as both partners are happy. You know, who gives a shit?
Yeah, as long as they're both happy.
Like I'm gonna be honest, right? And this might seem bad shit coming from me, but I don't think Ian is a swinger. Let's be real. I don't think he's.
No.
I don't think he's sleeping with multiple women. His night of a good night is having Ben and Jerry's ice cream and maybe a cheeky quick pun, and then fall asleep on top of her and be like, "I'm finished." You know?
Yeah.
Just fucking. That's how I imagine Ian. He's not romantic, but I love Ian for that. You'll never get someone like him. You know, just too gullible. But continue.
Yeah, David reiterates that she is a slapper. She swanned off abandoning her kids and her family and everyone, no matter who it hurts. She slaps him. This is Junior has a serious conversation with George, expressing like, "Look, I've been with someone and I'm into her. And I've got really deep feelings for her. I just wanted you to know." But he's like, "Why the fuck are you telling me this?" Like, you just tell me who it is or don't. Why the fuck are you telling me this, but still keeping me at arm's length? You usually don't care what I say.
Okay, Ash, go on.
They.
Go on. I thought you were going to do it.
What?
Well, you got your prediction correct.
You were who? Oh, prediction. Oh, yeah, I did. I fucking did, didn't I? I said... Well, I'll get to that just after this next segment. Junior says it's now serious. He's fallen for this woman, but there are other people involved. David and Cindy agree that with the slapper went a bit too far, but she made the right choice this time. She doesn't usually make the smart choice, but this time she made the smart choice. That being with Ian. She admits that she doesn't love Junior, that it's just sex, but it's what she needs. She says she wants real, deep romantic love, and David asks if she ever did have it with him. Once again, I said Junior's gonna fall head over heels in love with Cindy, and Cindy's not even gonna give a shit. Wait, what? It's just fucking sex, isn't it? Guess who said that? It was me. It was me. I was correct. It was me. All along. David says he needs to know if she was in love with him. He said when he saw her for the first time in 30 years, it brought it all back. They consider whether they could have been happy, and David even teases that they still could. He claims he wants another shot, but Cindy says it's too late. It's too late for all of it. He gets another message from Holly, wondering if he's still coming over tonight. She calls David out on lying through his teeth. That's why he couldn't work. Cindy calls him out on lying and constantly lying to get what he wants. And Cindy then admits that she's been lying to herself, that she's still in love with George. Fucking, oh, mama. It gets better. It gets better. It's getting revealed at George and Elaine's wedding. It's coming out in that wedding. It has to. Oh, it'll be so good. Elaine tells Ian that it might be Kathy tells Ian that it might be time to forgive David after all this time, and Sydney explains that she was heartbroken when George rejected her and is now sleeping with Junior, imagining he's George. How fucked is that? How fucked is that?
Actually,
She's like, oh, I want to sleep with him, and then I close my eyes and imagine it's him, and it's like, that's his son, though.
Actually,
that's his son.
I get to say this now. Who predicted that? I did. I'll have it now. Like she's sleeping with him to imagine it's his father. That seems.
You did. You fucking did.
That seems very wrong. Because
it's so gross.
Because no. I'm gonna make it even grosser. That's like going. Well, your father does have 7 inches. You only have 5. It's not really the same. So.
But it's like in Shaun of the Dead, where you can't fucking, where the glasses guy, he can't get with. Fuck, I've forgotten all the names. I've forgotten all the names.
What were you saying? In Shaun of the Dead?
In Shaun of the Dead, where the nerdy glasses guy, he can't get with Liz, so he gets with a sister or a best friend. I don't know.
I think it's best friend, yeah. And then he gets killed.
And then he gets murked. He's a fucking useless dickhead.
I do. Sorry, I know we didn't really talk about seeing Shaun of the Dead in cinema. Very quickly, I fucking love seeing Shaun of the Dead in cinema. I wanted to go for that scene with "Don't Stop Me Now" when they beat the shit out of the old man with the sticks. It is an iconic scene, and I will fight anyone.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of the most iconic scenes in British film history. It's just when they're. The
one thing I didn't like is I didn't like how when you watch it in cinema, did you get a bunch of people when Nick Frost says cornetto, did a bunch of like wanky fucking dickheads go, he said cornetto, it's a cornetto trilogy. Cornetto.
No one did.
Off, grow up, you useless pricks.
No one did, surprisingly.
And someone brought a cornetto to the fucking thing.
That's not bad.
They fucking dusted that bitch off. They had some pineapple at the end, the mad bastards. Fuck right. Edgar Wright fans is all I'll say. Love Edgar Wright, great director, made some great shit. I don't like wanky fucking Cornetto in the Cornetto trilogy. It said Cornetto. Like, fuck off.
I mean, it doesn't even make sense because he eats a cornetto in the first 2, but in the third one he never eats a cornetto. It's just a wrapper that's shown. Yeah.
The wrapper shows up at the end.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait for Hot Fuzz to turn 20. That's what I'm looking forward to in 2027.
Yes.
Seeing Hot Fuzz in cinema.
It will be very fun.
But I just can't look at Hot Fuzz the same anymore because of that meme. Whereas, like, do you know the scene when they're in the car in the cornetto and fucking Simon Pegg's just looking serious? It's like when the police find out there's been a murder in the area, and it's like Ben Wall's theme, and then it's like when they find out that someone has a dodgy fire stick streaming the Man United versus Liverpool match, and it's them running into the shop with shotgun. It fucking buggles me every time. But it's just because Ben Wall's theme that makes it funnier to me for some reason.
But yeah, finally though, the fact that Cindy's like, when I sleep with Junior, I imagine he's George. Like, oh man, stop it. Awful, disgusting, heathen. But yeah, fucking hell. David lists her for options, saying, you have to make your choice or I will for you. He says Ian is about to commit a life that you don't even care for and claiming it will set her free. Finally do what she wants, but she likes the stability. But yeah, let's be honest, without Ian, she has nothing. Like, she'll be kicked out of the fucking house. She's got nothing. She emotionally blackmails him into not saying it and insists on telling Ian. He is one moment away, but Ian takes initiative and swears, look, this is the future. I don't want any shadows creeping up. He extends his hand and they both agree to put it in the past and just put it behind him. So David stops himself from exposing the truth, wishing them their best life together. Cindy thanks him and both agree that they had something, but they blew it. Cindy tells him that he doesn't need to run away anymore, and they both admit they loved each other and share one last kiss, and Ian says he trusts Cindy. Cindy goes back into the pub, tells Junior, get in that fucking toilet, where she says they need to end it. He gets angry, wondering what's changed, and he admits he's got feelings for her, and she plans for it to just be her and Ian. And David finds Bianca and decides she's coming with him. He wants her to go up north and decides there's someone who she needs to meet. He explains that he can't come back and can't stay because of Ian and Cindy. They agree to stay in contact and she'll go visit eventually, and he makes her swear that she'll go to the doctors. He claims he's only met this woman once, and he gets a video call from Holly Wicks. And we even get a cameo from her dad, Joe. Obviously, Joe Wicks, as said earlier, is David's son. He was on the show for about a year, from I think it's 96 to 97. And he had schizophrenia, and now he has had a daughter who is blonde. She has a northern accent, which is good fun. And it's a very sweet moment. Holly is graduating from uni, I would imagine. And yeah, we get to see Joe Wicks after what? Fucking 20, 20, 27, 26 years?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Because I knew that this would probably happen because
yeah,
it's like how can I describe it? How can I describe it is like when you're watching a movie, right? So you say they met Shaun of the Dead 2, and Shaun doesn't, and like Simon Pegg doesn't reprise his role for 2.
Yeah.
But they keep going. But you know who'd do this? Shaun. You know who'd love this? Shaun. You know who'd love this? Shaun. You know who should be here? Shaun. And then who appears at the end coming up in the truck? Shaun. Like when you mention it too much, you know it's gonna happen. Because when they go.
They did mention Joe a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah. When it happens, like if it happens twice, it might happen. If it happens like 6 times. Oh, Joe would love this. Joe would do that. Joe would do this. Joe would do that. And then they're going. Then obviously he's appearing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see. Obviously, I haven't watched much of Joe Wicks, but I did watch some of his schizophrenia storyline. But yeah, it's obviously it's one thing that I do believe that Clenshaw's done in his run as like showrunner is he's been piecing everybody back to where they probably should be. Like he's kind of wrapping a lot of these arcs up a lot more. Where, yeah, sure, David may not be with Carol, but if he is actually reuniting and rekindling his relationship with his son and his granddaughter, obviously it sets up the potential of maybe Joe returns in a couple years and Holly comes with him. And he's setting up the pieces that you can just move them back in if you want to. Because there's a lot of history on the show. Like, Alfie and Kat eventually getting back together. Phil, Teddy, and Sharon likely gonna be a fucking double of Sharon Gate, essentially. Like he's kind of setting everybody back to where they should generally be. And that's kind of it feels like he's because in a sense where yeah, sure, he has kind of fucked around with some character's story because Bianca was pretty content with Terry for like 10 years now, but they did just go and they broke up. Lol, come back, Bianca. Like he has kind of split up a bunch of people, just like Sam. Where it's like, okay, Sam, you could leave and have your fucking future with Ricky, but she's just not going to do that. I'm going to leave in fucking anyways, lol. But yeah, it's a bit of a theme where he likes to kind of set up for the future, and he puts the pieces in the right spot. So inevitably, when you need them, you can fucking refresh it. You've already built the relations with them, so they'll be likely to come back anyways. But yeah, cool stuff. But the real ticking time bomb is Freddie and Anna's fucking recorder has been recording in Beale's Eels the whole time. So they have a very open and honest confession of Cindy explaining all of the horrific shit that she's been sleeping with Junior. That she only likes Ian because he's a safe option. That she has only been sleeping, that she still loves George. All of that has been noted in that recorder. So that is a genuine, they filmed it like it was a fucking bomb. Like, That's the fucking hello, son. But they filmed it like it's a ticking time bomb because it fucking is. It's that in the wrong hands could go pretty bad. But yeah, there we are. That is the week for EastEnders. How do we find David Wicks's return?
Short stint, Glenshaw back at it again. It's been 1 week since you brought me back. It's time to leave now. I enjoyed. I can't get over calling on short stint Glenshaw now. I enjoyed David's return, and Ash was like, it's not going to be a short while. I was like, it said short stint, and he's like, Piggy, trust me, it's David. He's sticking around longer. And then he comes back on Thursday, and he fucks off on the following Thursday. I know it hasn't technically been a week in EastEnders, but he fucks off.
Yeah.
He shows up last Thursday and then disappears this Thursday. Fucking Chris Clencher, oh, you know what you're doing, boy. Well,
so you want me to come back for a week? Yeah, sure.
I am just Michael Fredge in the room. How long are you expecting me back for, Chris? A month, 2 months, 3 months? No. A year? Jesus, I'll do a year. A week? What? A fucking week? Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy the character development that he has been keeping in touch with some characters. I feel like they didn't really acknowledge why he didn't keep in contact with Bianca and that. I understand he's probably busy in that, but I'm surprised.
Because he's David Wicks and he just can't fucking help himself.
Yeah, probably. But I'm surprised he didn't really try to lean into the fact that he was trying to get back in touch with Carol. I understand contract obligations and all that shit. But I'm surprised like they didn't just go, yeah, I'm kind of seeing Carl, kind of, but not really. I'm trying. But on the other hand, I do love David's return because I like David Wicks to some extent.
I've liked him much more in this 1 week than I did the last, like, the 2014, that like 2 year stint he did previously, because he's less. He's got less people to fuck over. Like, last time he had Janine to fucking sort out, like, just after Pat's death. It was Carol and the Butchers and the Jacksons, like, but now now there's less people for him to fuck over.
I also watching like 2013 Christmas multiple times to fucking edit everything. I do get sick of Devil Wicks because I have to fucking rewatch the clip, rewatch it again, then rewatch it again, then sync it up, and then rewatch it again, edit it down, and I'm like, oh fucking hell. So for 3 scenes in a row, all I hear is, Janine, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, fuck. But on the other hand, I don't mind him. I honestly don't. I think Michael French did great in his role. He did reprise his role. I'm sad he's left, but I feel like this is not the end for David Wicks. I feel like the door has been left
I don't know if he'll come back that much, but I do like.
Who knows? He might stick around for a while. He might come in and out of the show. He might help Bianca near Christmas. And Reese is like, remember 2016 where Dot is just having Christmas Day dinner by herself?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining that, but it's Bianca and Reese just like fucking.
I will say, I am very much glad that I'm very much happy that Reese is gone for however long he's gone for. Because, Jesus Christ, has Reese been stinking up the fucking joint for that last 3 months. I don't know how long it's been since Debbie died.
She died in August, the end of August.
Fucking hell. She was murdered. No, she was murdered by Reese in July.
Oh, fuck yeah.
24th of July. Everything Reese has done since July has fucking dragged on. Also makes his camera fucking sort its shit out. Jesus Christ.
I'm liking it. I'm liking the angle I'm going for. I don't really have. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I broke the camera. I changed one of the settings and the camera broke. Hold on.
Oh, well. Oh.
All right, we're back. Yeah, I changed the settings and it fucking broke. Guess we're stuck with this. Let's be honest, we're stuck with this. till the very end. But yeah, I'm glad that Reese is fucking off. Hopefully he's gone for like a good month or two and he doesn't come back. Because, like I said, he killed Debbie in July, and it feels like all of the Reese scenes since July have fucking been so slow and so unmoving. So, yeah. Nice to see that he's going to get a little break before Christmas, and obviously when Sonia gets out and Bianca still keeps fucking with his shit. Good week though. Did enjoy David's return. Like I said, it's these week returns are really good for making you realize that you want the character back. Like it leaves you wanting more, which is obviously set up for the future whenever the fuck they inevitably do come back. So it was a good week of the show. Did enjoy it very much so. Yeah. All right, let's do the awards. Who is the most underrated? I'm going to say Penny.
I'm going to give it...
Because he's finally calling out Jack on his shit.
I'm going to give it to David Wicks, if you don't mind. I don't know if he counts as underrated, but he's only been here for a week, so I guess I can count it once.
I mean, we don't let's be honest, we don't fucking really do rules on this fucking show anyways, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Who needs slapping down?
Or Cindy.
Cat. Or Cindy, yeah. I was more saying Cat. I was just saying everybody who's treating Bianca like she's fucking ridiculous. Like, look, she is struggling, but she's right. And I know that we know she's right, but for fuck's sake, guys. And finally, who gets the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence for the most wooden and ridiculous character of the week?
Tommy's punched the cat. Fucking no.
It was very stiff.
Very stiff. He'd be great in New Japan. And fucking stiff workers over there. He'd be great in New Japan Pro Wrestling, throwing them stiff punches.
It looked painful.
He did look painful. Hold on, I just need my microphone mute.
I could fucking do this for the rest of the fucking bit. Well, no, I'm trying to sort out a light. How the fuck? We fucking. There you go. Should have done that about 20 minutes ago. But yeah, who gets Keanu Taylor for me? Short stint, Glenshaw, not budging, only a week maximum. There we go. That's the podcast. Thanks to everybody for watching the podcast. Once again, I've got to thank our devoted member of the channel, Belinda Slater, who is still supporting us, and you can do so using YouTube memberships in the comment section. There's a little bar next to us. You can subscribe. You get the podcast early, and not really other many perks, but it is just a nice way to support us and to support the channel. But yes, thank you for watching the podcast. Join us on the next one, which will be Watching Walford number 94.
Yep.
We're rapidly approaching 100, which I'd never thought we would have gotten to. So, fucking fingers crossed. But then again, rapidly approaching, it's still like 2 months away. Like, I think it might genuinely be the podcast before the week of Christmas. Like, the week before Christmas will be at 100. And that'll be a wild little celebration. But yeah, that's the podcast. Cheers to everybody for watching. Big appreciations. Take care of yourself. All in all, thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.